Hey, my name is Ryan Neal. I work for Caterpillar. I'm the large excavator product application specialist for North America. We're here at the Regional Global Operator Challenge. I've got my good friend here, Jared McNeil, with me. Jared, how are you doing?
Yeah, awesome. This is my second time here for the Global Operator Challenge, and so stoked to be here watching all these crazy good operators from around the US going at it to get to the championship.
It is a lot of fun to see, and we're about to ready to get started to do the challenge that I've been responsible for is the excavator. We're calling it City Streets. We're using 320 Centennial Gray 320 excavator with all the bells and whistles technology, with our standard grade control and e-fence, payload, assist, and we're actually using payload in this competition, and we've kind of got some finesse work. Jared, you got to see him start out to do it. We're calling it City Streets because we're applying some of the things that these guys do every day in the field.
Yep.
Is picking up manhole lids and having to put it in the casting.
Seeing one of the guys miss the D-shackle on one of the objects that you got out there, the Corson. It's like seeing some of the guys recover, trying to, like, you know, you see their brain, they like chuck their hands up like, oh crap, how can I do this? How can I get around this situation? Just reworking it, just picking up the chain with the tooth and just getting it done.
Yeah,
like,
you have to adapt like you do in the real world, and it's a competition, so they're nervous. So they're like, what do I do? We get nervous, but the fine controls and machine, he was able to pick that chain up without the shackle.
What is the end goal with this competition?
So we want to show the finesse of the machine and the operator skill. So picking up the manhole lid and setting it in the casting properly, just like they would in a real job site. Picking up that 30-inch pipe vertically and dropping it down to a 36-inch pipe with very little tolerance. Again, showing the machine's capabilities, the operator's technique.
Then they're loading the truck. They're loading the truck using technology.
Yeah, our standard feature on most of our excavators, our payload feature, which every pass they take with the machine, every bucket, they have the amount of material in the bucket is displayed. And then our goal is 15 ton in the truck. So every time they take a scoop, they get 2.5 ton, for instance, and then dump it into the truck, and it accumulates on the display. And the operator is hands-free. They don't have to do anything but watch the display. When they hit 15 ton, a little tone goes off, allows them to say, hey, I've reached my target payload. And then they turn around, track back, and get their bucket
If
down.
they miss an object, what happens? Like if something doesn't, go to plan, they're penalized. Yep. So you deduct points or time.
Correct. So, if you forget something or you don't do it properly, you will get penalized. Plus, that gets added to the total time of how long you've been digging.
Cool. Yeah, it's really good to see.
It's a lot of fun to see the machines in action. We've got great weather, good group of guys and gals here to help move this thing forward. It's pretty fun.
Cool.
All right, let's take a deep dive into some of the challenges that the teams have crafted today. We'll start with our excavator challenge.
All right.
The machine's going to be the machine's going to be nestled back here in the woods a little bit. They got to enable the hydraulics, pull out, and we got this manhole cover here sitting on the ground that they got to pick up with the bucket and then place it on the manhole riser. Once they're done with that, they got to move over to the tube in the tube. So we have a large corrugated pipe down here off of the berm that they have to use the tooth of the bucket to pick up and then slide inside of a larger tube.
Okay.
So they got to pick it up, slide it all the way down. Once they're done with that, then they move over here, which is our truck sequence, and we'll ask them to get 15 tons out of this bank and load it in this particular truck. Once they're done with that, using our payload system, getting that target payload, they got to track the excavator all the way back, put the bucket on the ground, and they're done.
Fun challenge, and it feels like even though we're tucked inside the towering pines of North Carolina, it seems like we could be in any urban street anywhere.
Yeah, it's called City Streets for that particular reason, using the manhole, the pipe in the pipe that you'd see on a job site, and then loading out your material in the truck itself.
Looks like a fun challenge. We'll see how the operators handle it.
We'll see how they do.
So as you can see right behind us, they're utilizing that standard technology with our payload system, our standard cat payload system, and he's getting the amount of material that we're trying to get 15 ton in there. And again, every pass he makes, it's accumulated on the display, so the operator's hands free and they get to watch it work. They got a nice cab, 10-inch colored display, 360 cameras. It's pretty fantastic experience in the cab. You've been in one.
Oh yeah, exactly. I've been in one. Super nice cab, and I'd say the end result for this is cycle times, right? Is getting in and out fast, and that's something that you guys pride yourselves on, is going around and helping dealers and customers get that ultimate payload.
Yeah, and the goal, I mean, you want your customer to have a good experience with the operator. A happy operator is a productive operator.
Yep.
And if they're not comfortable because the cab's not convenient for them as far as locations or how anything works, the HVAC
Yep.
to the radio, if we give them that good experience, makes them a happier customer.
Caterpillar has a lot of technology.
We do.
And a lot of guys are old tradition and they're like, what do you think? What are your thoughts on it? I mean, this is helping productivity, right?
Yeah,
A lot of guys turn away from it, but I think you spend a lot of your time traveling around the world just advising people on how this technology, how good it is.
The goal is for them to get the job done quicker. And if we provide them tools in the machine to get to grade quicker, to grade more accurately, to maximizing the payload in your truck, if that makes the job go faster, they get done sooner, they get paid sooner, they're off to the next job
And
site.
we know here they like to run overtime and over budget. So we're always trying to figure that out, aren't we?
They do, yeah. And if we can help out with that, then I think we do. And we have that technology through our entire lineup, from our 313 to our 395. And
Work smarter, not harder.
That's right. And what's your favorite machine?
I mean, I'm the 374.
Yeah.
I'm the that's it's a big machine, but I love it. I'm all
Smile
about
on your
it.
face at Tanana Hills for
always
days
there.
grading.
Edwards getting to mess around there on it.
Yeah.
I love it. Favorite machine.
So it looks like they wrapped up. It's probably a pretty successful time. The operators have been doing a phenomenal job of the safety requirement and wear their seatbelts and 3 points of contact. And we go over all the drills.
I've had to learn that. Real
Well,
good.
you get a big check mark on that.
Yeah.
That deducts from your total points. So
Yeah.
pretty good experience. We're really happy with how our challenges turned out, and we know the operators having a good time.
Welcome to Clayton, North Carolina, where North America's best operators are heading here this week for the Global Operator Challenge regional finals. And one of those operators is Robert Donnellan. Robert, thanks for joining us. You just completed your first task here with the 320 excavator, City Streets, which should be familiar territory for you, right? Because where you work. Explain where you work.
Yeah. I work in New York City every day. Utilities, people, deep sewers, gas, everything. We do in the city.
So how do you feel after completing this first task? Was it what you thought? Talk through the nerves, everything that was going through your mind.
Obviously, I'm nervous, and that's just who I am. I'm nervous. But I did it pretty good. I dropped the chain, and that's going to put a few points on me. But other than that, I think I did it pretty quick.
And the first task here was really familiar territory for you.
Manhole. Yeah. Putting the lid on the frame. I've done that a million times. I did that very quickly. So, very familiar in the city as we're doing the same work here. So
what's it like watching these other expert operators get into the cab and wait for your turn to compete?
Yeah, we're all pretty much at the same level being here. That's why we're here. And just looking for any little, things to make it quicker, seeing how they're doing it and, make it quicker for myself. So
how do you feel now that you've completed challenge 1? You've got 3 more to go.
Yeah, I'm not as nervous now. I'm ready for the next challenges. It's nice to get the first challenge under your belt done. The nerves are gone now. Now we're ready. Now we're serious now.
All right, Robert Donnellan, one of our 16 competitors competing here today at the North America Regional Finals of the Global Operator Challenge. Stay with us on these CAT Construction channels for live updates all day long.